Hello everyone. Today on this lecture we discuss about malaria. So malaria is a very big problem in India because 15 millions of cases that will be found annually in India, and out of them 20,000 deaths that will be occur due to malaria. So the mortality rate of malaria is very high. So this malaria is caused by the parasite, that is the protozoal parasites, and this genus is the Plasmodium. So only this type Plasmodium that will affect the human bodies. So these are the Plasmodium Vivax, Plasmodium Ovale, Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium Knowlesi, Plasmodium Malaria. So here we discuss about the malaria. So malaria is caused when the infected female Anopheles mosquito bites us. So why? First question is why mosquito bite us. Then we will go to the female. So because only the female mosquito they bite us. What they do, the female mosquito only bite when the time in the time of reproductions, because when they produce eggs, that time they need more protein. That's why they takes our or they bite us and takes our blood as a meal. But as compared to male, the male doesn't bite, but the female they bite us and take the blood as a blood meal. So this if the infected female Malaphala mosquito then will be bite, then we will be suffered with malaria. So infected, when we say female Malaphala mosquito is infected, when the saliva of this mosquito containing sporozoites. So this is the sporozoite. This is the main sporozoite. This is a splinting-like structure that is present if it is found in the saliva of the female Anopheles mosquito. When the female Anopheles mosquito bites us, they suck the blood, and some of this sporozoite that will be enter in our body. And within 60 minutes, these sporozoites reach to the liver. The liver cell, that is called the hepatocytes. When this come in contact with the hepatocytes, they first penetrate the liver cell, then they occupy the place, then this place when it's occupied, and they form daughter cells. Number of daughter cells are formed, that is called the schizoid phase. Schizoid. And then the liver cell burst, and or we say this daughter cell that will come out from the hepatocyte or liver cell to the out blood circulation or the circulation of the blood. So this is the daughter cells are called merozoites. So this is called schizoid when the daughter cell that develop within the hepatocytes. So when this merozoites are released in the bloodstream, they are very fond of, they are attached to the RBC. So when they come in contact with the RBC, they invent the RBC. So they invent the red blood cell. So when they invent the RBC, they form a ring. So that is called the ring formation of the merozoites. So after ring formation, this structure what it do, it form a vacuole. One vacuole structure will be developed. So that is called the tropocyte. And after tropocyte, they develop number of daughter cells are multiplied. That is the asexual development. So asexually they form daughter cells. Okay. So this is the schizoid phase, and the RBC burst. These merozoites, or we say the daughter cells, now again come to the blood circulations. Again same procedure will repeat. So the merozoite again that will be invent the healthy RBC, and then continually these same things are going on. So this is a cycle. You say this is a cycle. So this is erythrocytic phase, or you say erythrocytic cycle is takes place. But some of these merozoites in the ring formation time, they don't divide asexually. They form male gametocytes and female gametocytes. They from the ring formation early tropozoite time. So they differentiated themselves into the male gametocytes and female gametocytes. Now this male gametocytes and female gametocytes, they are also in the blood, and the merozoites they are also inside the blood. So during that time, if another mosquito, female one, the female one who will want for the blood meal, so who will want to suck our blood, then some of these gametocytes that will enter into the alimentary canal to the gut of the mosquito. So in the gut, this gametocyte that will be enter inside the mosquito. So in the mosquito, within the mosquito gut, now the development within the mosquito, we are discussing within the mosquito. So this gametocyte, again the male gametocytes, they become fascillated, means fascilla like finger like structure that will be developed, 8 to 4 finger like structure that will be developed, and the female one, they develop into macro gametocytes, and this fascillated, or you say the male gametocytes, that will attract towards the female gametocytes, and they are fertilized to form zygote. So this is the thing that is going on inside the gut of the mosquito gut. So when the zygote is formed, the zygote is motionless, they are not moving, but after 18 to 24 hours they become motions, or you say kinetic energy, as you say kinetic. So that is ookinete stages occur. Then what will they motion, they take motion, so they move from this gut to outside the cavity. So when the ookinetes come out from the alimentary, also the gut of the female gut of the mosquito, they will come to the outside the other part, or the cavity of the mosquito. Then they form oocytes, they develop into a oocyte structure, and within this oocytes the number of sporozoites are developed. Okay, so again this sporozoites, the oocyte burst, and this sporozoites release within the mosquito, and some of this sporozoites that will enter into the salivary gland of the mosquito. So then when this sporozoites that enter to the salivary gland of the mosquito, if this mosquito, now this is called infected, this mosquito is called infected because the saliva containing the sporozoites, and when it's bite to a human being or a persons, then they engage this sporozoite into the body. So next this cycle will be repeated. So this the total process, if you see the life cycle of the mosquito, then two cycles are developed. One is the asexual development, and second cycle is the sexual cycle. In asexual cycle, that is happens within the human body, and the sexual cycle that is happening within the mosquito gut. So again the asexual phase, asexual cycle, you say there are two phases are there. One is the hepatic phase, another is the erythrocytic, because the RBC are affected, so erythrocytic phase. So in hepatic phase, one thing is that is asymptomatic, means no symptoms of fever, chill, as you see in the paroxysm of fever. So that are not developed in hepatic phase. But when they are in the RBC, affecting toward the RBC, or the RBC breakdown takes place, that's time the merozoites when affect to the RBC, then the development, the clinical features of malaria that will be developed in the erythrocytic phase. So what happened? Let's see the pathogenesis, how it's occur. So when the RBC or the RBC rupture or lysis, here we see the RBC are rupturing or burst. So RBC are rupture, then the release of hemosine pigment. So one of the toxin, that is the hemosine. So hemosine pigment is also called malaria pigment, also called. Okay, so this hemosine is a toxin, poisonous to blood. So when these toxins are moving in the blood, then that was activated the macrophages. So macrophages that are present in our blood, they are the defense. They are act as a defense system in our body. So they activate the number of macrophages activated in our body, and these macrophages, what they release? The cytokine. They release a cytokine, one of the inflammatory mediator. So due to the release of cytokine, the hypothalamus, or you say our temperature regulative system, become more activated. So the fever, the paroxysm of fever will be takes place. So this is the pathogenesis. So immediately, so what this is called the relapse. When the merozoites, you see merozoites are rupturing. When the RBC rupture, number of merozoites are come out. Again this merozoite invade the RBC. So it is repeatedly it happens. So when this repetition process is taken place, so during that time all the signs and symptoms of malaria will be occur. So if malaria is continue for a longer time, then anemia will be occur because lysis breakdown of the RBCs is going on, so the anemia will be occur. And the hemogen pigment is formation. So the in hemoglobin, iron is the iron and globin, they make the hemoglobin. So the iron pigment also lost from our body, so that's why that this disturb erythropoiesis, because iron level is depleted, so erythropoiesis will be hampered. And second, splenomegaly, because due to the hemogen or the toxic pigment that will deposited on the spleen color will be dark brown in color, that is called the splenomegaly, that also occur. And hepatomegaly, because liver cells also, the sinusoid cells of the liver that will be implanted or infected, then hepatomegaly also occur. So this is the pathogenesis. So overall, if you see, then the the life cycle, you see the life cycle, there are two cycles are developed. One is the asexual and second is the sexual. So asexual, that is the human host, that is the intermediate host. Here it is intermediate host. And the sexual cycle, that is developed within the mosquito, that is the definite host. So what happened? In the asexual, again two phases are there. One is the hepatic phase and second is the erythrocytic phase. In hepatic phase, that name indicating liver. So in liver it happens, in erythrocytic it's happen in the RBC. In the hepatocytes, what happen? The sporozoites within 1 to 2 weeks that mature into the seasons. Seasons means daughter parasites, having the daughter parasites. So they release merozoites, and this merozoites that move into the circulations, and this merozoites that attracts towards the RBC, and the RBC phase in erythrocytes, the blood, that's called the blood phase. So merozoites invent the RBC, then ring formation, that is the early tropozoites, then the tropozoites are formed, and again seasons will be formed. Seasons means that's containing daughter merozoites. Okay, so this is both sides, the seasons are formed. This is called the schizogamy, also known as schizogamy. But in the sexual cycle, what happened? There is a spores are formed, sporozoites are formed. So this is called sporogamy. So this is sporogamy, and here in the human in the intermediate or in human body, the schizogamy is formed. So this is all about malaria. So hope you understand from the life cycle, or you say the pathophysiology of the malaria. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe my channel.